Hello there, welcome to Cruising with the Stars. Today I am chatting to international vocalist Anna Reay. Thank you so much for coming here today to see us, Anna. You've come from Newcastle.
Yes, always.
And you brought your mum and dad, they're sitting downstairs, and made a day of it.
Definitely.
Yes, oh lovely, okay. Now, I know that as soon as I went downstairs to get my notes from the boys downstairs, Paul, one of our boys, he said, "Oh, you want to hear her voice?
Oh.
It's fantastic. Best voice I've ever heard," he said.
Oh, that's nice.
So you've impressed our lads. So you
Has he not heard anybody else?
Ah, go away with your mother. So what we're going to do right away, without any further ado, we're going to just take a listen to half a minute or so of you singing to give our lovely viewers a little taster of Anna Reay. Here it is.
Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. And this old world is a born world, and it's a new world for me. Oh, and I'm feeling gone.
Well, there you go. If that's whet your appetite, do stick around here because we've got quite a few of your songs to play during this next hour. Got a super voice, absolutely lovely. How old were you when you first realised you could sing?
When I first realised, well, my parents tell me that I used to sit in my high chair and hum the Superman theme tune before I could talk.
Isn't that lovely?
So probably since then.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a little story I tell during my show, and I was about 4 years old, and I was travelling into Newcastle with my mum on the bus, which is about a 20-minute bus ride from where I live. And I can remember sitting at the top deck, looking out the window, singing the song Molly Malone. Do you know Molly Malone?
Oh, in Dublin's Oh, how
I know. So I
sweet.
sang that song all the way to Newcastle,
Yeah.
so 20 minutes non-stop. I must have annoyed everybody on that bus, but this lady came up to me at the end and gave me 50 pence.
Isn't that, so that was your first paid gig?
Yeah, first paid gig. I must have thought, oh, easy money.
Hey, isn't that great?
So then after that, I always put little shows on for my family, you know,
Yeah.
you're little, and I've probably got them on video somewhere. I'm pleased I didn't send you those ones.
Yeah.
So I've always done that sort of thing, and then I went to school, did music at school, I went to college, and then I did a degree in music as well.
So you did, so you
I
knew
took
from the
that
word
path.
go
Yeah.
it was going to be the path of music.
Yes.
And what did you major in with your degree? Was it voice and piano, or was it?
It was just mainly voice. I play a little bit of piano, but
Yeah.
I'm pleased you haven't got one here to say, give us a song. I play all my scale. I teach a little bit singing as well, so I do all my scales and things, but I'm no good. I'm no good at actually playing anything.
So, when you did your music degree, and when did you first start singing professionally? Were you singing while you were doing your degree to earn a bit of money, or?
I was doing a little bit singing when I was doing the degree. I had I started off doing backing singing in a function band, and I was singing in the club bands and things like that. So I was doing a little bit. So I would say I was probably about 17 when I started professionally.
Right. And where did you serve your apprenticeship? Was it the local clubs in Newcastle?
Yeah, probably the clubs. And like I said, this function band, we did a few sort of weddings and that sort of thing.
And what do you consider to be your first sort of big break in the world of singing?
Well, I had lots of I've always done lots of different sort of things, like golf clubs and things like that. So I was getting experience doing that sort of thing. But I suppose the big break was when I went, I'd never done an audition before, and I knew if I had to take this path of being a singer, I should really get some experience in doing some auditions. So my singing teacher said there's an audition to go on a cruise ship. So I thought, oh, well, I didn't think I was going to get it, but I went for it just really for the experience of doing an audition. And at the end, the guy came up and said, oh, well done, you've got the job. You're leaving in 2 weeks. And I thought, I wasn't expecting to get it.
Yeah.
So I really had to think about it. It was only a 2-month contract because I was filling in for a girl who was getting her wisdom teeth out.
Oh, right.
So I thought, well, it's a really good opportunity. So I ended up taking that job. So I'd say that was the
Which ship was it?
It was this small ship called the Van Gogh.
Yeah.
It was great.
And where did you go? Where was it cruising?
It was mainly the Med.
Yeah.
I think the day I left, they went to the Caribbean, so I just missed out on the Caribbean.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, I was like,
darn. And when you went on this, were you part of the crew or were you taken on as a singer?
I was taken on as the production show singer on this one.
Right.
Which was a huge step for me because there was a little bit of acting involved. There was a lot of dancing. I'd never danced in my life until then. I've never danced since then either.
Right.
So it was a big step a big
you
step
loved
for
it.
me, and I loved
Oh,
every
how
minute.
super.
I felt like I was thrown in the deep end a bit with it.
But it's the only way to do it,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? Well, we're going to listen to you sing now one of my favourite light opera songs, O mio babbino caro.
Oh, yes.
So here's Anna with this. Was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was like a slightly modern version of O mio babbino caro. It wasn't the full-fledged roaring opera, but you hit the top notes, everything so purely and so beautifully. I mean, you describe yourself as a versatile singer. What is your favourite type of song?
Oh, it's always been, well, it started off as being a little bit of a problem because I like so many different styles.
Yes.
My singing teacher wanted me to concentrate on the more operatic
Yes.
side of it. But then I studied popular music, and I also like a little bit of country, and just...
You're a little bit country.
So there was so many different styles that I did. I didn't really want to choose, but everybody was saying, you need to choose which style, which genre you want to do. So it was a bit of a problem at first, but then I used it to my advantage and sold it as versatile singer, a little bit of everything.
So who are your favourite singers? Do you have any favourite female vocalists?
Female vocalists, I love Whitney Houston, so sad about her. Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, all this sort of big ballad singers.
Yeah.
But if you listen to my iPod, you would think I was a complete nutcase because it goes from Leslie Garrett to Nirvana, Bon Jovi to Nat King Cole. I love so many different styles.
Yeah. Now, I saw from your biography that you were actually shortlisted for a business award.
Yes.
So you're not just a very, very beautiful face and a very beautiful voice. There's gold in them there hills and that brain there.
Well, I wouldn't say gold, but...
Yeah, I think you do it well. Tell us what happened. What sort of business and how were you shortlisted?
Well, that was... when I started up as a singer, I was funded by the Prince's Trust.
Right.
So I had to write a business plan.
Yeah.
And it was funny when I started out with the Prince's Trust, because I didn't think being a singer was a business. I thought you had to be a plumber or something.
Yeah.
So I had to write a business plan, and I do a lot of the sort of marketing and publicity and things like that myself.
Yeah.
I did my own website and things like that. So there was a lot that I've done myself, and a lot involved rather than just the singing.
Yeah.
And it was the Prince's Trust who just suggested I put forward for this business award. So I was really, it's quite a prestigious event, so I was really pleased that I got shortlisted. I didn't win.
No.
But I was pleased even just to be shortlisted, because it was sort of a pat on the back for all the behind the scenes work, I suppose.
It is, because you can be the best singer in the world, but if you haven't got some form of a business head on you, for a kick-off, the most basic thing, and it's something that I always do, is I have my business account and I have what they call a money manager, and I put a quarter or 30% of everything I earn goes in that, and that's the taxman's.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get that discipline and you just put it all in your account, and then every January
all on
June,
shoes.
yeah, shoes. You can spend it on shoes. You've got to be disciplined, haven't you?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And after I got that, well, I didn't get the business, I'm lying now. Once after I got shortlisted, my college that I used to go to, and the university, Newcastle University, they asked me to come back and do lectures on sort of the business side.
On the business side well, I think that's a great...
And I get more nervous doing those lectures than I do singing again. It's weird.
You're marvellous. We're going to take a quick break now.
Yep.
And then we are going to hear more of the beautiful voice of Anna Reay after this. Hi there, today I'm chatting to international vocalist Anna Reay, and we've just heard you sing O mio Babino Caro. You sang that at Sunderland Football Stadium, didn't you? The Stadium of Light.
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Oh, that must have been about 2002.
Right. So it was right at the beginning, really.
Yeah, it was quite early on.
Was it nerve-wracking? Because how many thousands does that hold?
Oh, you're asking a question there. I'm not a huge football fan.
No.
So no, there was quite I would say it was about half full when I was there.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to be nervous, but you're so far away from the crowd.
Yes.
And there's a bit of a delay, so you can hear it going all the way around, but it was fabulous. I just wanted to keep going.
And you're as at home singing in huge venues like that as you are maybe doing smaller jazz clubs and more intimate settings. Which do you prefer? What's your ideal venue?
I love doing cruises.
Oh, right.
And I speak theatre in a cruise. Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, we've done some really, because I've got a band as well, we've done some lovely little jazzy venues with the band.
Yes.
So I suppose, like, because I can never make my mind up what style of singing I like. It's the same with the gig. If it's a good gig, I don't mind where it is.
But you do a lot of Shania Twain, for example, and you'll do Celine Dion. So you really are versatile. Do you ever feel that you should go down one course of action so that you are known as the light opera singer, or the country singer, or the diva singer?
I should really.
Well, if you can do it all.
I know.
Yes.
Because I've thought I really need a theme for a show, or I need this and something to sell it as.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do the Shania Twain, which is like I sell that as the country show, so that does sell quite well. But I just like to do a little.
You just like to do it. Well, what sort of bookings do you do with your band, and on what cruises have you been on with them?
Well, we've done. We do a lot of the big sort of corporate events back at home in Newcastle, with the sort of preferred band in some of the flagship hotels in the northeast.
Right. Yeah.
We've done some mini party cruises with the band, and we're also booked as the headline act. So we'll go on as the cabaret still.
Brilliant.
On Brittany Ferries on the Pont of Ven, which is part of Brittany Ferries. So it's good because I do the cabaret on P&O and things like that. Yeah. It's always solo, so it's nice to be still the headline act with the band.
Yes, yeah.
So
and how many piece band is it?
It goes from a 4-piece to a 10-piece.
Wow!
But usually it's about a 5-piece. We don't get many bookings with the
do you ever do jazz?
We do, yeah. We do some, but not so much now. But we used to do a lot of sort of little jazz venues and things sort of earlier on. Yeah.
And you know when you did that very first cruise?
Yeah.
And you were the crew, the sort of soloist of the production. Yeah. What was the next cruise that you went on after that one?
The next cruise that I went on was the same ship. Yeah. And instead of being the production show singer, I was the band singer.
Right.
So,
and how long was that contract for?
That was for 3 months this time.
Right. And where were you going? And
again, it was the same trips. Oh, I know.
So you missed out on the Caribbean again?
Yes.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, so I still had a lovely time. Yeah. It was a lot different because some of the dancers were still on the ship doing the production shows. Yeah. So I did feel a bit left out because I was so used to being in with them and I was working a lot later. Yeah.
But have you got happy memories of that cruise, though?
Yes, lots of very happy memories.
Tell me some.
I'm trying to think which ones I can tell you. There was one particular that when I did the production show singing, there was a lot of dancing, as I mentioned, and there was lots of costume changes. And one particular show was singing Bye Bye Blackbird. Yeah. I had to wear a black bowler hat, white top, white trousers and trainers. Yeah. And you had to do 2 shows a night, so they came out for the first show and all the dancers are laughing. I was thinking, and I looked and I'd forgotten to put my trainers on. Oh, right. So I thought, right, next show, remember your trainers, remember your trainers. I ran out for the next show and they were laughing even more. I looked down to see if my trainers were on and I'd forgot to put my trousers on. I know. You
didn't.
Standing there in flesh-coloured tights, it must have looked horrendous.
Silly beggar.
No, they were going, how could you forget your trousers?
Well, listen, we're going to take a listen to you now.
Okay.
So I think this is Shania Twain, I Just Want to Make Love to You.
No, this is Etta James.
Oh, Etta James,
I didn't give you any Shania.
Oh, wonderful. All right. It's a good one, this. Here we go.
To be no slave, I don't want you to work all day. There is nothing for you to do, but I just want to make love to you, love to you. All I want to do is wash your clothes. I don't want to keep you indoors. There is nothing for you to do but keep me making love to you. And I can tell by the way you walk that walk, I can know by the way you talk that talk. I can tell by the way you treat your girl. I can give you all the loving in the whole wide world. All I wanna do is cook your bread just to make sure you're well fed. I don't want you selling blue. Just love to you, love to you. Come on, say click your fingers. And I can tell by the way you walk that walk, I can know by the way you talk that talk. Can tell by the way you treat your girl. I can give you all the loving in the whole wide world. All I wanna do is cook your bread just to make sure you're well fed. I don't want you selling blue. It's all I wanna do is make love to you.
Wow, what a performance. That was brilliant, really good. Love the dress.
Oh, thank you.
Where'd you get
Actually, that one's caused a bit of a stir before. Well, I was on a cruise once and this lady came up to me and said, I think your dress is far too revealing. I couldn't keep my eyes off them. No, she should have been looking at my shoes if she felt like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, with that top note you got then, you've got a heck of a range. How many octaves do you have?
Ooh, good question. I think about 4.
Whoa!
I don't know. I haven't counted for a while.
That's very, very good indeed, isn't it? I mean, when you studied music at uni, and you did uni, did you carry on going to singing lessons?
I still get singing lessons now. I teach singing.
Right.
And I teach at Gateshead College singing lessons.
Yeah. But
I also still get singing lessons. I think it's really important to still keep your voice.
I think you're probably right. I mean, so who teaches the teacher then?
There's a brilliant guy called Tony St. John who I get lessons from.
And how often do you go?
Once a week.
Really?
And I love them. It's only supposed to be an hour, but I've known him for years, so I end up talking for about an hour, then singing for about 2 hours.
So yes, what does your typical singing lesson involve? Do you think he's saved your voice from the dreaded nodules and things?
Yeah, definitely. Well, when I go for a lesson with him, I sing all day long. I just want to sing. I feel so warmed up.
Yeah.
And I just want to sing all day long.
Yeah.
But I concentrate more on the opera style with him.
Yeah.
With more of that sort of thing. And that's
Yeah.
what I want to concentrate on when I'm with his
And what do
lessons.
you teach?
It's more popular music that I teach at the college because it's a popular music course. So we just go through scales and things and trying to keep the voice healthy. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
it.
What do you feel about the talent shows nowadays? The X Factor, Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, I don't like them.
You don't like them?
Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, you are. Lots of people make that comment.
I think it's just all about the judges and not about the people on. They just want. I know people want to see the auditions and people make fools of themselves, but I think it's so wicked. I think it's so cruel.
Yeah,
So
I would
yes,
agree
I'm not a
with you,
big fan.
No, and also it's actually trying to serve your time. It's quite difficult. It's all very well being able to perform one or two songs really well, but you've got to be able to handle yourself.
Exactly.
You know, and take rejection. Have you ever had any rejection with auditions or anything? Or has it been pretty
terrible
charmed?
one. I did an audition. I don't think I want to tell you this, but I'm going to.
Tell me. Go on.
I did an audition to be on Westlife's album. And I'm not really a Westlife fan, but I thought everybody said,
was
you've
this
got
as
to
a
do
backing
it.
vocalist or a singer?
I think it was for the swing. They were doing a swing album or something, and they were looking for to do a show like this sort of thing and get a girl to sing. I don't know, it was a duet or one song on the album or something. But it was a long time ago. And everybody says, just do it. All you've got to do is phone up and sing a song. So I phoned up, sang down the phone. And then I got a phone call back about a week later saying you're in the last 100 out of 10,000 people. I thought, well, that's all right. So I was feeling a bit confident.
Yeah.
When I got there, it was all kids.
No.
And I went, just as I was
how
going
old
in,
kids?
Well, there was a variety of ages, if I'm totally honest. There was a lot of sort of really young girls and then sort
13,
of people
14,
my age.
16,
And when I went in, the girl in before me was singing the same song as I was going to sing, so that threw me a bit.
Yeah.
And when I went in, one of them, I don't know the names, I should.
Yeah. I know Gary Barlow, is that the West
No, that's Take That.
That's Take That, I'm terrible, I'm more worse than you are, yeah.
But one of them started laughing and it totally put me off. I didn't know whether he was laughing at me, I wanted the cameraman, but...
Oh, that's rude.
Isn't it? I thought it was horrible.
That's
and I cried
rude.
all the way.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know, so I've never been for an
Well,
audition
may I
since.
say, it was their loss, not yours.
Thank you.
Oh, little so-and-so. Well, listen, we're going to take another quick break.
Okay.
And then we'll be back and we'll be listening to Anna sing another one of her beautiful songs in just about 2 minutes. Hi there, welcome back. Today I'm chatting to international vocalist Anna Reay with the most wonderful range I've heard for a long time. Fantastic. What sort of places have you sung as a solo artist, Anna?
As a solo artist, I've been to Tenerife. I used to do a lot of gigs along the Costa del Sol, starting in Marbella. And that was mainly doing the Shania Twain tribute.
Oh, right.
But one funny thing, I got a phone call from this guy who offered me a gig in Helsinki.
Oh, right.
And he said, I'm a Sean Connery impersonator.
As you do, yeah.
And I was a bit suspicious, and it was a great fee. He says, we'll pay for your flight, we'll pay for your accommodation, we'll, we'll give you this great fee, and then we'll fly you back home the next day. And I thought, well, sounds a bit too good to be true.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I agreed to do it. I got the contract through, and then I said to him on the phone, well, how am I going to know it's you?
Yeah.
And of course, when I landed there, Sean Connery
Was he really, really like him?
He said, are you Shania? And I said, are you Sean? So yeah, it was a good gig. It was at the Apollo Club.
Right.
And it was brilliant. And
what about your other bookings, places like Gibraltar and Jersey? What sort of bookings did you do there?
In Jersey, it was with the piano player from a band. And it was sort of more background music and restaurants and sort of jazzy
So
songs.
was it a couple of bookings, or you didn't just
we
fly out
we did
for
a
one?
week.
Yeah.
And it was strange because we were staying in somebody's garage.
What?
I know.
How do you mean?
It was the way where this guy lived. He said you can just stay in my house because he was away on holiday.
Yeah.
So we stayed there, but it was all this little garage, which was made out to be his house.
Oh, go away. Mind you, Gibraltar. I mean, I've been twice and I love it. You either love it or hate it. Did you love it or hate it?
Well, this was Jersey, this one.
Oh, this one was Jersey. Sorry, I'm thinking of Jib.
But Gibraltar, going to Gibraltar, I'm not that keen on Gibraltar. I think it's gone downhill a lot, hasn't it?
It may have done, because I haven't been for about 15 years
And
now.
the monkeys get on my nerves. I've been bitten from one of those monkeys.
You haven't?
Before. It pinched my flip-flop.
It didn't. Did you
Well,
get
you know how
tetanus after or rabies
Well,
after?
my dad's going, you're going to have all sorts of diseases.
Yeah.
But I was fine, I think.
Well,
arms and legs are probably going to drop off at the end of the show.
You developed a liking for bananas.
Yeah. But it was funny because they say, it's my fault, they said, don't feed the monkeys.
No, you mustn't feed the apes.
So what did I do?
They're
I was
not
sitting with
monkeys, they're apes.
The apes, sorry. So I was feeding them these little monkey nuts.
Yeah.
And it nearly fell off the wall, so I was going to catch it, and it got frightened, bit my arm. I didn't bleed, and as I jumped back, it grabbed my flip-flop.
Yeah.
It's quite funny, really, but not at the time.
They are incredibly human.
Yeah.
And they steal things. They love thieving things. My brother was there. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was my husband. He's my husband now. And one just sidled up to him and whipped his baby. He had a cap on, a car racing thing. Whipped the cap off and ran down the hill, looking back and laughing. They're little horrors. What did you do when you were in doing some military parties? You've done some stuff for the military?
I've done a few with the band.
Yeah.
And it was sort of anything from really, really formal nights to when it's like a themed night. We've had like salsa nights and we've had swing nights, and we've done a lot of country and western nights. Yeah. It was one I did as a solo doing the Shania thing. And I walked in and I was expecting one of the formal nights where they're all in the uniforms. And 1,200 hours, you've got to be here. And but oh my goodness, when I walked in, there was hay and everything in the saloon doors.
Oh, wonderful.
And some of the soldiers were dressed only in chaps. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, chaps.
Couldn't end of these bow and arrows.
Bare chests and everything.
Bare chests. One of them had a donkey thong thing on.
What?
I know, and I'm thinking...
A donkey thong? What the heck's a donkey thong?
It was like a donkey on the front and bare bottom at the back.
Oh, no!
I know, I didn't know where to look.
Oh,
and somebody had these bow and arrows where they've got the suckers on the end, and I thought, I've got to go on and sing here. I'm going to have things stuck to me. And so it went all right.
Yeah.
Got through it.
It was okay. Now, when you first started, you know, you were at college, well, at uni, and then you did your first cruise. It just sort of sounds like it was all plain sailing. Did you ever have to do any other work than sing?
I was an Avon lady once.
Avon? Oh, God. Yeah, but mind you, I was going to say it's not a proper job. It is. There are so many. There was an article in a Sunday paper a couple of months ago about Avon ladies earning 30, 40, 50, 60,000 a year.
Well, I never...
If you no, because you get your own Avon ladies, and it's evidently, there is a real career path to be followed there.
I was terrible at it.
Were you not good?
No, not at all. I was spending all my wages on makeup.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
I know, because you get discounts.
I've got Caroline is my Avon lady. Hello, Caroline. Yes,
and Emma's mine. Hi,
yes,
Emma.
I know. They're good, aren't they? So did you ever, though, seriously have to have another job?
I've had like little part-time jobs and things, but I've never really had a proper job. My dad always says, so when are you going to get a proper job then?
So you've always sung,
So
you've been lucky enough to always sing.
So I feel like I've already I've got a job that I love. So.
Yeah, that is really, really good. No. Did you ever have any doubts that you'd be able to sing full-time professionally and make a living out of it? Did you ever have any bad times?
No, I've been pretty lucky, really. I've got a lot of good contacts, and I've got agents that I use sort of for cruises and things, but I get a lot of my own work, and I only like to do sort of 4 or 5 cruises a year because I don't want to lose the contacts back at home. Yeah, because once you do that, you're having to... Because people just think, oh, she's going to be away, so let's not ring her. Yeah. So I've got to make sure that I've still got all my contacts at home, and if I am away, I get another singer to sing for me with my band. So, that's good. So they're not... not working well. Well, we're going to take another listen to you sing now, and this is Mambo. So here we have Anna Reay and Mambo.
The scenery, the native dancers, and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong. Italiano, hey mambo, mambo, Italiano, go, go, Joe. Mixed up Siciliano, all you gotta breezy do the mambo like a crazy with you. Hey mambo, don't want
kinda crazy, do the mambo like a crazy, tell you, hey, rumba, I like the way you dance, rumba, but take some advice, cause I know learn how to mambo. If you're gonna be a square winner, gonna hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, go, Joe, shake like a Giovanni. Well, look, it's the teacher, gotta happy with the beat, so when you mambo Italiano. You don't have to go to school. Just make it with a beat bambino. It's like a Reno. Get you good looking, but you don't know what's cooking to you. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano. Oh, you kind of crazy to the mambo like a crazy to mambo Italiano.
Anna Reay there, and Hey Mambo. That's great. That was very, very good indeed. And where were you there? Which were you at a theatre?
That was at the Tyne Theatre in Newcastle.
Yeah. Lovely theatre, isn't it?
It's lovely, very nice.
Yeah. Do you do many bookings? Do you do many shows there?
No, I'm trying to plan a show next year, but it's a secret.
Yeah.
Either in the Tyne Theatre or somewhere that sort of size.
Yeah.
But it's all just kind of.
Yeah, it's in its planning stages at the moment. Yeah. I noticed. There was a review about you in the stage and television. Or is it called something different now? I think is it just called the media? It's got a different name anyway now.
Right.
But it said her adopted strategy of chatting with the audience was most endearing. How lovely. So what do you chat to the audience about?
Different things, really. Whatever's kind of been happening on the day, or I mean, I'm a bit dizzy. You might have noticed that already. So there's usually, I know, people say that. So there's usually something funny happens on the way to the theatre. So I usually chat about things like that.
Yeah.
For instance, I was in the airport once travelling to a cruise.
Yeah.
And I had a few hours to spare, so I had this lovely coral top. I thought, oh, I'll see if I can find a nail varnish to match.
Yeah.
So I went in the shop and there was a lady painting somebody's nails, and I said, do you have like a coral colour which would match this top? She said, yes, all those colours are over there. So I was looking at all these nail varnishes. I said, I found one which will match. Yeah. She said, just shout out the name of the colour and I'll go and get it from the back. So I'm looking at this tiny little label and I said, it's called Flammable. Because I think you'll find they're all called Flammable. I was thinking, I'm so pleased there's no men here.
Mind you, you know, it is easily done. I remembered, I was delivering some leaflets for a friend of mine, and I went down this road. This was the very first day I'd ever done this, and gone to different houses. And as I looked at the bell, it said Friedland. And I thought, oh, they must be from Germany or somewhere. And then about 5 doors down, it said Friedland. I thought, oh, what an unusual name. 2 of them living in one road. Couldn't believe it. And then I saw the 5th and the 8th, and it's the chime, the bell chime. Oh. When it goes ding, ding, that's called Friedland. No, well, you wouldn't, would you? I thought I'd found a road with about 5 Mr. and Mrs. Friedlands living in it, and I couldn't believe it.
I never knew that.
Yeah, well,
if that comes up on a pub quiz.
I know. I think it is the most popular bell chime in Britain. It's called Friedland, so there you go. Now listen, we're going to take another little break. Yeah. And so please keep it here on Cruising with the Stars, and we'll be back with Anna and listen to another one of her songs in just 2 minutes. Hi there, welcome back. Let me just remind you about our first-time guide to cruise holidays here. Very useful brochure. And this one is a guide to family cruising. So if you fancy going on a cruise and you're not too sure of the answers to some of those questions, give us a call on 0871 423 4444. We'll send you a free copy of each. The only brick in the snowball for that is it'll cost you 10p a minute for calls from a BT landline, and other networks and mobiles, they'll vary, they'll be a bit more. But if you do it on the website, that's the absolutely free way to do it. It's www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Now today I'm chatting to lovely Anna Reay, wonderful, wonderful vocalist. And where have been your favourite destinations with the cruise lines up to now?
I've been to a lot of lovely places. A lot of them I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I see all these stamps in my passport and I think,
wow.
Yeah. But the ones that really stand out, I did a trip to Africa where I flew out to Ghana.
Yeah.
And then we got a 4-hour bus ride. I don't even know the port that we picked the ship up. And then we sailed round to Cape Town and had 2 days in Cape Town.
And you don't imagine flying to Africa to cruise, do you?
Not at all. It was so interesting because every port was so different.
Yeah.
And one of the ports we stopped at, there was nothing. It was just nothing. It was just... We walked for about an hour. I was feeling a bit rough from the night before.
Yeah.
I was dying for a drink of water, but there's no shops, there's no houses.
Really?
And I walked for about an hour, and then I saw some cars, and I saw this big container of liquid at the side of this kind of rough-looking road. And then there was a piece of paper, handwritten, it said petrol. I thought, that can't be the petrol station.
No.
So we kept walking. I thought, well, there's petrol there. There's got to be somewhere I can buy some water.
Yeah.
And eventually we found somewhere to buy some water. But there was just nothing there.
Right.
And then the next stop, sounds like I'm on a bus. So it just changed. There was such a contrast between each one. And of course, we got to Cape Town. It's a big city, a fabulous city. And we were going to go up on the cable cars to Table Mountain, but they weren't working that day. So on the way back to the ship, we saw this helicopter ride and saying, we'll take you around Table Mountain. So we went on that, and it was just so off the cuff. It was just, we weren't expecting to do it. It was.
And have you really enjoyed being on the cruises?
Oh, yes.
You love it?
It's fabulous.
Have you done the Caribbean? Did you ever get to the Caribbean?
The Caribbean.
No!
I know. There's a few places that I still haven't been.
Yeah.
Just last week I got offered a cruise from San Francisco, which I've never been, to the Caribbean. And I couldn't go. I was visiting my friend in Dubai. So it wasn't all bad. I still got a nice trip. But yes, I still haven't been to the Caribbean. But I have been to some lovely places still. So I've had a lovely time.
Talking about this, you're saying, you know, you've seen a friend in Dubai. You're young, you're very beautiful, you're very talented. Is there a man?
There is.
Ah, lovely. And where did you meet him?
Well, I actually met him at a wedding fair. I was doing a wedding fair.
You were singing?
I was singing, yes. Yeah. And he came in and I noticed him, and then he'd noticed me, and he picked up a card, and his sister had worked there. Yeah. And so she was trying to fix us up, and then he just started texting me, so it just started from that. So it's all very new. How long have you been seeing him roughly? Probably about 6 months.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Has he been on a cruise with you yet?
He hasn't, no. I think he's quite excited that he thinks he's going to get a free trip.
What's his name?
Stuart.
Stuart. Stuart, you've got to behave yourself for at least another few months before you get onto that ship. That's the game, Listen, we're going to see you sing another one now. And this, which one are we? Feeling Good. Oh, I like this. Here we go.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. And the this old world is a born world, and it's a new world for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a born world, and it's a new world for me. Yeah, yeah. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Center of the pie, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. And this old world is a born world, and it's a new world for me. Oh, and I'm feeling good.
Oh, brilliant. What a great voice you have.
Thank you very much.
You look as if you are so at home on stage and you enjoy it so much.
Oh, I do, I love it. I still get nervous though.
Yeah, do you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, which bookings make you the most nervous?
I get a bit sort of nervous on the way to the ships. I
Right.
think it's more, I'm more nervous that I lose my suitcase or lose the music or I've forgotten something.
Well, I mean, obviously you fly out to the ships a lot. Have you
Yes.
ever not made it?
Yes.
God.
It was only the second cruise as cabaret.
Yeah.
And it was for the Norwegian fjords.
Yeah.
And there was 4 flights I had to catch. I was worrying about, you know, sort of which way I've got to be and things. And on the 4th flight, the flight got cancelled because the fog was too thick for the plane to land. So they said, we'll put you up in a hotel and then we'll hopefully fly you the next day. And the ship was wherever it was for a couple of days, so I had time. So the next day I got to the airport, it was getting delayed, and they said the same again, but by this time the ship had left. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? And luckily there was a guy there, Harry the piano. Hi, Harry.
Yeah.
He was joining the ship at the same time as me.
Yeah.
So the two of us were put in this
You were
hotel.
both abandoned.
Yeah. But we had 4 days in Norway, so all expenses paid.
Oh, how super.
I know, but we had to pay for our own alcohol. Have you ever bought a bottle of wine in Norway?
Norway. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't.
4 herrings and half a pint of beer, nearly had to get a mortgage.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a bottle of champagne.
You didn't.
In a nightclub.
You didn't.
I still don't know how much it
Go on,
was.
how much was it?
I wouldn't look at the
That's
credit
a bit
card.
about 100 odd quid,
No.
easily.
Well, it was £40 for a bottle of Hardy's red wine, which I think is only about a £5 or something. I was going to take the empty bottle home just so I could get my monies.
Oh, grief.
So yeah, I don't know how much that champagne was. I never told my mum.
No.
I'm
No,
sure
it's funny, even though you've grown up, you can't. I
know.
can't take
Don't go,
my
"What?"
mum out shopping with me because she goes, you don't need that, put it down. I say, Mother, I earn my own money. No, you don't need that. You've got enough shoes, put it down.
Oh, you've never got enough shoes.
Oh, no, never. Yours are beautiful. They're lovely, lovely shoes.
Well, I just got these the other
Beautiful
day.
shoes.
My dad says, are they comfortable? I said, Dad, I didn't buy them
Say to
for
me, you're
comfort.
nuts. No, of course they're not. They kill you.
And actually, I was on a cruise going to Canada, and I've been on the cruise for about 4 days, and I get withdrawal symptoms from shopping because there's only so much you can buy in the shop on the ship, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And I'd realised I'd forgotten my trainers. I was going to go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
So when I got off the ship, I said to this lady in the port, I said, where can I get some trainers? She says, oh, there's a big strip of shops, all shoe shops. So I walked in and there was some glittery ones, some snakeskin ones, and I'm trying them all on, and they're all going, oh, they look so cute on you. So I came back with bags
Loads
and
of
bags.
You
And people are
daft
saying, did you get any trainers? And I'm going, no, but I got all of these. I have to do 10 miles and some stilettos on the treadmill.
I love shoes. What do you do on board ship when you're not actually singing?
I try to get involved in as much as possible. If there's any sort of games or anything like that, I try and sort of get involved just really get to know the passengers.
And
it's quite
do you keep in touch with the passengers? You have to pardon me, I've just been coughing my head off. Do you keep in touch with any of the passengers?
I do,
who do you
yes.
keep in touch with?
Well, on the first ship, the Van Gogh, which I mentioned before, there was a little girl called Stephanie, and she was probably about 6 at the time. And it was when I was doing the band singing, and she was absolutely besotted with me. And I had like a little stage where I used to sing on, and she used to stand at the bottom of the stage, and people were dancing around us, so I used to get her on the stage with me and hold her hand, and she'd be like, oh.
How lovely.
So I kept in touch with her, and we send each other birthday cards and Christmas presents every year.
So how old is she now?
She'll be about 13 now, I think.
Oh, how lovely. Well, that's kind of you. That's
and there's
great.
another guy, I'm saying guy, he'll be about 20, I think.
Yeah, you keep in touch with him.
And he just lives in the Wirral, so not far from him, so we might even pop in for a cup of tea.
Listen, you've been fab.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And from me until next time, take care. That was